And we have sound now. Alright. Hi, hello, hello, and hi, and hello. It's Milkman Deluxe, and this is probably the only day I'll get to stream this week, unless I do it at night. One day this week. We'll see how it all goes, but, you know. Anyway, let's do a quick transition over, and we're going to continue with Choo Choo Charles. Chugga 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 woot woot chugga 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 chugga. My goal today is to finish this game. Alright, so let me see with the map. We have done this. Yes, we can finish it if we so choose, but next we're wanting to go to the weapons mission and the required mission because I can. And I need to make a run for my train because you never know when Charles is going to come. And come he shall. Can I do anything here? 30 scrap. Yes, I can. We're gonna do that. Because damage is gonna be something this guy needs. Oh, stop, 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 stop. Alright. Yeah, we're just run with that. I'll run back here in a minute. Ah. Hi there, how you doing?
So, the fabled hunter has finally arrived.
Alright.
You know, my late husband built a gun to
Okay,
help
I'm
fight
curious about
Charles,
something. This is
but
the second
Warren's
character that's got,
stole
like, the black tape
barrels and
mark
took 'em up to
on their
camp.
arm. And it looks as if they're wearing arm sleeves on their arms. I don't understand what's going on there. But it's kind of weird to me that that sort of thing is goings on.
Bob was such a brave man. Much braver
Of
than
course
you,
he
I bet.
is.
If you take what I have left of the gun and steal back those other parts, you can put it back together. You just do me. If you
Okay,
do
okay,
end
yeah,
up
I just heard. I think the train. Fairly certain I heard Charles. Or not. That might have just been the music of the game. So, cool beans. Like I said, I thought I heard him, so I had to speed that up. Basically, she said, name the gun after my husband. And we're gonna stop here. Pick this up. Oh. Run in here and do a thing or two. To Mr. Reverend, today's sermon was true inspiration during these trying times, very well thought out and thorough in every manner. I believe I speak for the whole congregation when I say we admire your confidence and steadfast wisdom as we grieve the loss of our brothers and sisters. Alright. Let's see. Oh, sermon. Sermon outline. God is very, very mad, I think, probably. Charles is maybe devil. 96% certain. Always sneaky. Spider versus snakes. Spiders usually have more legs. Usually. God always wins. Hopefully. The sacrifices. Ask for volunteers. Don't cry a lot, only a little. Closing prayer, clean up. Let me do something really quick. Eat something for Sunday. There we go. Screenshot of that, and we've got our outline for Sunday. Alright, we're good. We've got that taken care of. I can paint. I've got a train and I want it painted black. Okay, so I'm almost at the next spot. I'd be shocked if I didn't hear Charles soon. Ah. Alright, that's good and helpful. Let's talk to this person.
The Archivist, in all your
Yes.
radiant glory. Paul entrusted me with a key to one of the mines containing an egg. But before I give it to you,
Alright,
I
one
have to
away.
warn you about something. There's an ancient shrine on the island, a pyramid of sorts, with a curious prism located
Yes.
at the top. The prism seems to have been designed for one purpose, to destroy monster
Okay.
eggs. 3 slots are carved into the prism, which perfectly fit the eggs. When fully loaded, a massive beam of energy is emitted, seemingly drawn from the eggs themselves. The mutineers hope this event will lure Charles to a mortal fight as he comes in
Of course.
defense of the eggs. Now for the real warning. Charles has the ability to absorb energy from the burst, strengthening
Sounds
and
good.
enraging him. We saw it once before, and he may become even more dangerous this time. However, it's not my place to oppose, despite the danger. So, here's the mine key. Once you have retrieved all the eggs and the key to the shrine, we might just be able to end this hell.
That's the hope anyway. I can't go in this guy's house. That's sad. Ooh. At last night's meeting, Greg told us a crazy conspiracy about Warren trying to use spider trains for world domination. As part of the crew that worked in the temple, I'm far from convinced. While the prison was extracting the life energy from a batch of eggs, Charles attacked us for the first time. Not only did he fight like hell while the eggs were being destroyed, but he nearly doubled in size as he fought, as if he were consuming the energy. His legs grew larger and stronger, while his face grew more distorted right before our eyes. Those of us who survived couldn't even fathom what we witnessed. That was when Warren hid the eggs and ordered us to protect them. That was when he began evacuating people. That was when everything turned for the worst. I know Warren has plenty of skeletons in his closet, but I can't help thinking he might actually be looking out for us this time. Gale. I can't answer that. He's a rich billionaire, so I can't answer to that. Alright, so we want to probably go... Oh, ugh, I hate this one. That's probably where we're going to want to go, though. We can go black. Black train now. I see a green train and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. And I'm just doing this mission for completion's sake. Alright, very good. Okay, that goes in the direction I want it to automatically. And I need to go ahead and change the gun. Because for what I'm about to do, I'm going to have to do a bit of shooting.
No, I'm not letting you get away. Hey, you shouldn't be here. You better hope so fast.
Good night, I can't shoot.
Keep looking, guys. Has anyone seen the guy? I don't see him. We'll get him next time. He can't be far off. Keep looking.
How much damage we got? Okay. If I remember correctly... And I don't. Makes up a little bit for what I lost. interest in here. Ah, there's that. That's helpful at least. Where are these guys?
Someone's around here.
Intruder!
Ew.
Over here!
Run!
Come on, where are you? It's out, you know.
Alright, we're gonna back it up a little bit. Back it up just a little bit.
Still around?
Oh.
Anyone got a visual? Come on, get him! Looking, guys! Get this guy!
Okay, they're stuck behind the door. Can I just run in and grab it and run out?
Intruder!
Yes, I can, and I can die in the process. There's nothing in there.
Shoot you!
Respawn at train, yeah. That's fine, because the train will...
Where did he come from? Blast him!
Alright. Not necessarily what I wanted, but, you know, whatever works. I'm kind of disappointed I can't grab one of the guns, because that would be very much needed. You know, very, very much helpful. That's not in the cards, I guess. Alright. We've been digging for over a month. I'm beginning to wonder what we're really doing here. There are ancient stone ruins above ground, as well as ruins being discovered underground. Some sort of temple in a large cavern was uncovered at one of the other mines. Are we really digging for gold veins? Dun dun dun. Ooh. Key. That's good. Alright, we head down now. The safe way, because I think the other way will kill me. And that opens... this door, maybe? I mean, I'll take a few extra of those. Let's see. Help us in going upstairs. Okay, so where's the part of the gun? That's my question. Where is the... where's that part of the gun? Did I miss it when I looked in here just then? Yeah, I absolutely did. Huh. Meet Bob. I don't really use Bob. Unless it's against those chuckleheads. Alright. So we're just gonna keep going this way. And we're gonna circle the wagons. Gonna be up front. I don't want to do this mission. Okay, there's finish it. There's this. Where? How am I miss? How am I missing? Alright, where's he gonna come from? Not that way. He's near us. But where? There he is. Alright, I thought he was over there. Huh. I want to go back real quick. Because I saw something. A few things, actually. Okay.
Shouldn't be here.
Okay, it's because I am missing something. I very much am missing something. I don't have the key to this area, so I'll have to come back here. Okay. Let's finish it. That's Minor Tomb. But I feel like I'm missing one. That's why I feel like I'm missing one of these. Alright. Yeah, started Santiago's mission. I need to finish it at some point. Where am I? Okay, I'm right here now. And get this flipped and hop back on the train so I don't have to go back around that way again. Whew. Oh, nuts. Now he's definitely coming. Have to go back to that spot. There we are. See, this is the reason why I like the flamethrower. Just aim at his face, keep firing. Basically does the work for me. So, I mean, why would I go with anything else? So, go down a moment. And he typically doesn't make it to me. Like, he doesn't get the chance to make it to me. You just keep doing it. He's gonna be like the Usher song, we're gonna let it burn. Oh, we got a long way to go back. Long way to go back. Because I want to get and look at these two areas. And then take care of this chucklehead. I don't like this guy, but do what we can. I probably should go and actually go this way, then go here, take care of that. Yeah. That may be the best option for me at the moment. Don't want to go. I don't want to take. Yeah, let's go ahead and take care of this guy. This is probably one of my least favorite missions. Not my least favorite though, because this is parkour. It's like, you want to do parkour in this area. No, I really don't. Because this game's not really built for that type of platforming. It's just not. Not that it's a bad game, it's just, you know, not what it's built for. Alright, buddy, let's get this over with.
Hey, aren't you the new guy who's come here to work for us? You must be. There's something at the top of these towers that I need. And don't worry, I won't make you work for free.
Gotta love annoying character tropes.
I'm a nice enough guy.
I'm sure
to
you
pay
are.
You see, Mr. Warren never told anyone from the mainland about his mining operation here. He never even reported the cave-in. He hasn't paid us since then. Our living quarters are atrocious, and I'm far overqualified for the pay I'm supposed to receive.
Yes, I'm sure you are.
To top it all off, none of us miners ever received copies of our paperwork. But that doesn't affect my subordinates as much as someone with my status. I'm gonna sue the pants off of Warren once I escape this island, and I need those files to prove that he breached our contract. He keeps all his files at the
Hi,
top of these
Cosmoronic. How are you
towers.
today?
I could explain how I ascertained this, but our problem is he erected these towers years before we ever
I
started.
hope you're doing well
mining.
today.
Now
As
they're
we play
falling
through
apart.
Choo Charles.
I could scale them
I decided
myself,
to
but
choose
since
this
you're
game.
Here, go sniff around for those files.
I actually started playing it, I think, last week. I just got home from... That is so amazing
As a
sounding.
reward, you
Week
can
and a
have one
half
of my
vacation.
useless pieces of scrap.
That's so
I bet
nice to
you'd
hear.
love to have it.
Alright, let's take care of Ronnie. I'm trying to decide if I want to do all the missions of this game, because some of the missions in this are very frustrating. And by frustrating, I mean seriously frustrating. What do you plan on doing on this momentous occasion of the vacation? No, this game does not have lip syncing for its animation. That is one of the things that I don't necessarily... Not that I'm trying to be overly, like, what's the word I'm looking for? There's the jump button. Not that I'm trying to be overly critical of it, but it's, you know, it's kind of something I would hope to see in a game that's got this much critical acclaim, but granted, I know that's not the only thing. We can do Pokemon game tomorrow. Very nice. Because Cosmoronic wants to be the very best. And I don't know how this song goes. Ah! Ah, floaty jumping. Floaty jumping. Like no one ever was, yes. Then something something Pokemon, gotta catch them all. You are typing that way too quick. I will admit, Pokemon, I shouldn't say that it never... I don't know how to explain it. I never was... Of course he comes while I'm up here. Of course he comes while I'm up here. Where is he? Maybe he'll run over Ronnie. Yes? No? I guess not. I mean, you can hope for things like that, I guess. Oops. Go back that way. Ooh, letter. Setting the foundation for this operation has been considerably more complicated than I expected, not only by cost, but the logistics of construction and delivery of supplies to the primary mine sites. We need to strike gold fast if we want any chance of avoiding bankruptcy. I don't know what it was, but I never got hit by the I almost called it the pokey bug. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That sucks. As I said a minute ago, this game really isn't built for platforming. And yet, platforming. Like, I've got a couple Pokemon games. I do. I used to have more. I used to have, like, a few of the ones that were on the 3DS. Oh, and I've come up this way again, and Charles is like, hello. It's me, Charles, the Choo-Choo Train. But I never really hit the Pokemon fandom. Not that I think it's a bad game or anything, but I don't know, I just never got into it 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, you were the perfect age. Where's he at? His music is saying he's close by. Nah, wrong button. Alright, we got this dude's files. Okay, right, that's the tippy top of the other one. That's the tippy top of the other one. Alright, so... Oh, this is gonna... Oh, wait, no. I don't have to hurt myself. I don't have to hurt myself. Ha! He says as he hurts himself. Alright, I'm at least done with this mission.
You look like a monkey climbing those towers. I sure am glad I found these files.
Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy sure did look like a monkey.
Here's that scrap you were begging for. Don't spend it all in one place.
There are some characters in video games you want to see die. I don't know why, but that's one of them. And it's mostly just his attitude. Just the whole, like, I deserve better, I am better, you know. That whole mentality that brother seems to be holding on to just frustrates the life out of me. Alright, we're going to back up a little bit more, because I want to check out 2 more spots. You caught us after we got chased by Charles, so... Alright, we'll do that, and this. And that should stop me right about close enough. Something of interest here. Other scrap that's always of interest. But, like, I've got Pokemon Yellow. And that's something I'm not letting go of. Because I got it. I think I don't know how much it's worth now. But I paid a few dollars for it when I got it. Oh. 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 So that's what happens when I explore that area. Bro got Charles. Alright, we're gonna back up a little bit more. So we can go that way and then this way. And that's probably a smart thing to do, because one of my regrets is I actually did sell some of my old Pokemon games. And I'm now at an age where I wish I didn't, because they're probably worth more now. Granted, they were the 3DS ones. I think Ruby Red and I think it was Omega something. I think that's what they were called. I don't remember. But I never could just get into it. I felt like... What's the word I'm looking for? When I was younger, I beat... Okay, crud. He's coming. Crap, he's here. I think. Or not. Yep, there he is. And I just keep doing this, and Charles is eventually defeated. I mean, this is all I gotta do. I mean, he's gonna get a hit or two in when curves like that arise, but... I'm purposely taking little breaks to cool down the gun, because if you look at the nose, it's heating up. But like I said, the game's always felt a little bit tedious to me. See you, buddy. And that was mostly just how I portrayed them, because I would sit and play 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 and play. And it would take me forever, like a dog's age, to do anything. Like, even remotely useful. We tried and failed. By the time we managed to clear the wreckage, everyone had already passed. I'm saddened, truly distraught. I thought of these men like brothers, causing these circumstances to cut deeper than I could have imagined. Alright. So we're gonna go and steal an egg. I don't know what that's supposed to be. But, I don't know. Like I said, I just never could really get into it like I had hoped I would. Hold on. I gotta go this way. Yeah, and, well, the other thing is, like, I also, and I hate to word it this way, I felt that they were terribly easy. Which sounds a little arrogant, I know. Anything from 3DS Beyond are much easier to beat and progress in. Like, I felt like the early games were a slog to get through, but they were terribly easy in the fact that all you had to do is basically build up, build up, build up, build up, build up, build up, and just do a ton of grinding. And you could pretty much just walk through anything. So we're going to steal an egg, and the game expects you to use stealth. But this is me playing the game.
Shouldn't be here.
We don't really use stealth. And that's why we die. Stick with the early mons, don't catch much else. That's how you overlevel quickly in the game. Yeah, basically that's... Yeah, stealth is for weaklings, exactly. And that's pretty much how I would do the early games, is I would stick with the early things that I caught. I would just continue to build them, build them, build them, build them, build them. Because I didn't have, like... I'll be honest with you. I'm one of those individuals that when it comes time to, like, alright, so this one is earth, and this one is wind, and this one is fire. So, you know, I need to use a ghost type, and a poison type, and a fire hydrant type. You know, I know those aren't the...
Hey, get out of here!
Yep. Run.
Hey,
Yep.
get out of here!
Bye.
No visitors allowed! No one can hear you screaming out here!
Do 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 do. Huh. I'm invincible right now. Alright, was invincible. Bye. Yes, the games are more enemies than just Charles. Woo!
Get out of here!
Where's train?
About
Oh, gee. Ah!
get this guy! No one can hear you screaming out here!
Yeah, cultists.
Should never came here.
There's... The story kind of seems disjointed because I don't know if these people are actually evil or if they're just trying to protect the island. The game
Get him, boy!
is kind of two minds about that sort of thing, and I don't quite
Take him out,
understand. The storytelling isn't the greatest. But this game basically is built off the premise of what if Thomas the Tank Engine were evil? So, you know, there is that. Alright, nope, I want to go back.
That!
Yes, the train has a health bar and I have a health bar. Oh no, I need to keep going backwards. Ah. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. It's not, you know. I'm just calling my train Thomas. That's what I'm calling my train. We can be yellow now. Or we could be Percy. We can be Percy. Yeah, it's a good strong name. Yeah, Thomas. Okay, so I need to go around this way. I need to go up this way. Screw this mission. I am not doing this. I hate this mission. Or is it this mission that I hate? I think it's this one that I hate. Or is it? No, it's this one. I'm bad at explaining this stuff. We're gonna have to go around a long route at the moment. Have you played this before? Out of curiosity. No, never. So, like, the best weapon in this game is what I've got on there. Or at least to me it is. I second screened a GDQ run of it, and it got mighty broken mighty fast. Yeah. I could see that. I could honestly see that in this game. it's a cool idea. And I will not take away from that. It is a very, very cool idea. I like the idea of, you know, what if Thomas the Tank Engine were evil? Because that's basically what this game is. A lot of horror games now is like, what if, and even movies are like, what if this mostly innocent character were pure evil? Like, there's a horror movie called Mr. Crockett. And Mr. Crockett is basically the premise of, what if Mr. Rogers were evil? You know, this is, what if Thomas the Tank Engine were evil? You know, the original Five Nights at Freddy game. What if the animatronics from, Showbiz Pizza were evil? And that's what it is. It's just that kind of trope. I don't remember the name of the game, but I played a game that was basically, what if Furbies were evil?
Eugene told
You
us
know?
about. We're happy you came to help us out of this predicament with Charles and that madman Warren. You know, that
So,
old
like,
Johnny
I'm kind of
needs some
waiting.
major upgrades
Although I
if you
do
want
think
to
they
take
basically
down
have a What If the
Charles.
Disney Princess Was Evil game out now, so I mean...
There are some metal scraps in my bar that you could use.
By the
for
way,
rovers.
I may, not today, but I may try out Lone Shark again.
It's just up the path.
What if children's mascots
but
were
I'll
evil?
mark it
Yeah.
on your map anyway.
Well, see, that's... Like, and the thing is, what's happened because of this trope is there are an endless amount of games that are not good. Like, I, out of curiosity, wanted to try Garten of Banban. I wanted to see what it was like, you know? And I played the first two games of, like, I think there's 8 games. And I gotta admit, there are certain aspects of it I was like, okay, this kind of cool. Yeah, I can kind of get behind that. Chicken supply, goat feed, chicken supply, chicken feed, goat feed, fence supplies. The animals have been eaten. Alright. You played a few of those sorts of games. Which one would you say is the best you played out of the child mascots wanting to kill you? Even though Eugene has promised to send me help once he reaches mainland, I just realized he never mentioned if he'd return. I suppose he's the type of person to ignore the fine details of the plan. Everyone on the island is trying to find a way out of this mess, and I can only hope that this archivist friend of his can work some magic. I don't care what strange things they've done before, what practices they use, as long as Charles ends up dead. Most folks around here want the same, but then there are those crazies that want to leave him be. That darn Warren has lost his marbles. I'm trying to think, because there's usually some form of jank involved in all of them. Do I need to go back to that guy? I don't. I just took the scrap and that was it. Okay. Because almost all of them have some form of jank in them. While I have not streamed it, I would think probably one of the more enjoyable ones is Five Nights at Freddy's 2, believe it or not. Because the first one got real frustrating real fast. And so I had a hard time really going through that. The second one, the thing about the second one is I think it does a lot to fine-tune the mistakes of the first one. I didn't realize I could do that until just then. It's not a great game by any stretch of the imagination. Don't get me wrong. It's not like it's, you know, the best made game ever. Because Scott Cawthon could not make really good games, from what I've seen. And I know that sounds really mean coming from a guy who's never once made a video game and probably never will. And I get that. But even Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is rinse, lather, repeat in its design. Oh, it's this girl. So, There we go. She already looks like the stable sort, right? Right? Let's see. Yeah, great animation choice. That's why. I love the pickles. Not just pickles, the pickles. I love the pickles. Pickles are the love. Pickles are the life. I love the pickles. They make me feel the happiness. Pickles, pickles, pickles. Pickles. Can you guess what this character is going to say in just a moment? Just wild, wild guess.
I need my pickles! I ate the last jar of pickles I
Horse,
had in the
yes.
house. And there's only one jar of pickles left on the island. My secret jar of pickles. Locked away inside my pickle cave. I would have gotten them hours ago, but I
And of course, Charles is coming.
Cave. Someone else on the island might have some lock pickles. I mean, lock picks. And if you can bring me my special jar of pickles, I'll give you all the scrap metal I have as a reward.
Alright, that is over in here, right. So I already have a lock pickle. If it memes, it streams. Yes. Yes. Can I? Yeah, waypoint. Oh, perfect. I actually say that just made it up, but it's true. And it rhymes, so that, you know, that makes it even better. If you can make it rhyme, that's the important thing. And we drop down. I'm quite proud of it. You should be. We're in the pickle mine, and here we go. So I found it funny that you're pretty much invincible while doing this. There's some big gherkins. Ooh. Ah, pickles. Pickles. I'm sorry, pickle, pickles, pickles. Pickle. Alrighty then. Ladies and gentlemen, find yourself somebody who loves you like this woman loves pickles. Actually, don't, because I'm pretty sure that that's an unhealthy relationship. I think I looked it up a long time ago, so, Oh! Oh! Okay, stop jumping. Can I get rid of that waypoint? Uh-oh. 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 Well. I can only imagine. Alright, we'll go to this guy next.
My pickles! I thank you so very much for bringing me my pickles. You are my pickle hero. Here are some scraps as a reward for your valiant pickle questing.
So, well, here's one thing that does bug me about this game is, like, we have a lockpick, but I don't have the option to break into this woman's home. I mean, why even have that if I can't just walk into everything? And I do mean that. Why? I mean, what do you expect to be in there? You know, all things considered, I probably don't want to know with that woman, but I'm just saying. It's the, Not again. Yep, again. Come on, Charles. Hey, go backwards in just a moment. Oh, crud. Spider train, spider train, something, something, spider train. What was the name of the red train in Thomas the Tank Engine? Honestly, I do think, and I understand that they're trying to go for, like, you know, Devil Train, because, you know, he has horns at the side of his carriage, and he's red. But I really think they missed out on making him blue. Alright, we gotta go way back. Way, way back. James the Red Engine, yes. So they made him look like James, and I do hold that this guy would be so much better. Hear me out. If he were blue. Because blue is the color of Thomas. I'm just saying. That's my opinion. It's the right opinion, but it's my opinion. I don't know what mission this is. We're probably not going to make it today. Make it to it. And we're going to come here and stop. And just drop out here. I agree. I'm actually surprised the train isn't blue. Yeah. Like, again, I get it may be stylistic choice in the fact that, you know, again, you've got the whistles on the side that make it look like it's horns. You've got the, you've got the red color that kind of evokes the idea of, hey, it's a Satan train. It's the devil. But I really think it should have been blue.
Thank you so much for bringing my journal.
Yeah.
I would hope, for your own good, that you didn't peek
The game
inside.
wouldn't let me.
But, here are those scraps I promised.
That or I just hit the wrong button. Yeah, this is for, like, the stealth stuff. We don't use that here. We don't use that here. I'm trying to think of another mascot-type horror game that I like. Okay, so this one wasn't licensed. It was free on itch.io, but I would recommend it just because I felt it was ridiculous enough to be enjoyable. There's a game called Duolingo 2, and that's T-O-O. Apparently it's the second of 2 Duolingo-style games, which I think the first one is like Duolingo Uno. But it's like, what if what if Duo the bird were evil? Which isn't much of a stretch because he threatens you consistently through the app, and uses AI. So, already evil. But that's the premise of it, is what if Duo were evil? And it's Duo and 2 other owls are trying to aggressively have you learn other languages. And by aggressively, I mean if you don't learn them, you get murdered. I think that's where the other thing is at, but I gotta get the key to it first. I would recommend it, as it is absolutely redonkulous, but I liked it. It was decently fun, and it has 2 endings to it. It's horror edutainment, that's right. I learned recently that, like, I think in French, the word Eeyore means horse. I think. Maybe I didn't learn anything from it at all. So we're coming here to potentially get another weapon.
Paul asked me to design a new weapon to help you hunt Charles. And using my extensive
And it has 2
demolitions
endings to it, so I thought it was kind of
I
cool.
made this rocket launcher. I've been wanting to see.
Like, the premise is that if you ignore Duo for so long, he kidnaps you and aggressively teaches you
now that you're
languages.
Here, I need a few minutes to remove some safety features. While I'm working on that, why don't you bring that box of rocket ammunition back here?
But I would
from
recommend
inside
the game.
bunker down the rail.
Simply because of that. So I don't like this this weapon because it's so slow. Cool letter. I'm stuck here debating if Warren made us bring our families to this so that we never need to leave, or to keep information about his business practices away from the mainland. Either way, I want that man in a noose. Paul asked me to design a new weapon for the monster hunter that Eugene is sending, and knowing what I do about explosives, you can bet I made the most powerful rocket launcher I could. Warren, you wouldn't stand a chance. But yeah, I don't like this weapon, because I don't think it's all that good. We're just going to put one right there so we can know where we're going. And hope that Charles doesn't come up in the process. No name grave. What else have I played that's like mascot oriented that I found to be enjoyable? Not many, because I've got to say not many, because the issue with a lot of them is, hey, Five Nights at Freddy's made a lot of money. If I make one of these games, then I can make a lot of money. And I'll say, first of all, what? I need to get a key from that guy back there. Oh, no. I remember what I gotta do. They're forgetting a few key things about those games. Is, first of all, like, for all that we might want to say about it, Five Nights at Freddy's is an extremely... Did you play Bendy? Yes, we'll get to Bendy in a minute. In fact, Bendy is on my list of to stream games as far as for Halloween. If not Halloween this year. Simply because of the fact I want to go through it. And I'll explain my thoughts on Bendy in a minute. So, the big thing is... Failed, 13-second flight, success. Cool. The reason why Five Nights at Freddy's was so successful was, for all that we, kind of rag on it, I have no choice but to admit it's actually, at the time that it came out, it was a very original idea. Because it was. Like, here's a video game where I can basically try to survive the night against Chuck E. Cheese and his minions. Is kind of the idea that's presented to it. That, whether we like it or not, was an original concept. It also fully introduced us to the concept of jump scares, which, for better or worse, is something that was relatively, I won't say relatively new, but it's something that wasn't used a whole lot of.
I have a few people to visit.
Because a lot of the older horror games up to that point wanted to have more of a narrative, more of a story, kind of like Killing Time. Killing Time had a story, it had a narrative, it had something that it was trying to teach you. In all honesty, Five Nights at Freddy's was something that, for all intents and purposes, was probably going to last one game. Scott Cawthon, if it survived, he was, going to make some money. If it didn't, I think he was going to get out of, gaming. This was like his last hurrah, so to speak, because the stuff he made before didn't really do a good job. I need to write this theory down fast before Warren finds out that I'm onto his dirty plot. My theory is that seeing Foxy running towards you. Yes! Exactly! Yeah, there's stuff that's here. Greg.
I'm sure Eugene told you all about me, so I need not introduce myself.
And so that's the big thing, is that Five Nights at Freddy's was the first... this is like a video right here. The discussion that we're making is what... this would be just a video in and out of itself discussing all of this. And, you know, granted, we would have some unpopular opinions for sure, but I think there'd be a lot of merit to what we're saying. There are moments in these games that were new for the time. And then a lot of...
We're unsure.
Which one of us will make it first? Probably you, because I don't have any time and you're on vacation.
They would surely turn into monsters to prevent this.
But
we need you to steal
like,
all three.
A lot of that was new. I remember the first time I played Five Nights at Freddy's, not knowing what I was doing, not knowing what to expect, and then Great. Then all of a sudden, like, this messed up looking chicken pops its head through the door and screams at me. You know, in my face, just screaming at me. I almost threw my mouse. Like, seriously, I almost threw my mouse. That was... Whether you like the franchise or not, and, you know, I've said how I feel like they're beating a dead horse at this point. Although I do think there's been a lot more good done by the people who've taken over the franchise than Cawthon, but anyway. I'll get back to that in just a second. Please deliver my copy to Paul. I went outside to do routine check the lighthouse. So I walked to the corner, saw the beast Charles. He spotted me, charged up the hill in my direction. Spider trained as a hideous monster. Can't understand why Warren wants us to stay on Ranarum instead of trying to escape the beast. I suppose Warren has simply gone crazy, thinking he can handle this situation on his own. In any case, Charles ran right over me, trampling my leg. I won't be able to attend the upcoming meeting and have asked Greg to bring back a copy of your notes if possible. Claire. One of our moderators got hurt.
We haven't met, but I've heard lots about you coming to help us. I have a favor to ask. The breakers on the side of the lighthouse need replacing. I was recently attacked by Charles, so I'm
Woman, you're
unable to do
covered
it
in
myself.
blood, and so my first fear is infection and sepsis. Do you not have clean clothing?
The breakers are in the nearby supply shed. If you go get them and repair the lighthouse, I can try signaling passing ships to come help us. Once you finish, I have some spare scraps to give you.
Because, like, this leg is, like, covered in dry blood. And it's like you put the bandaging over your pants. I am pretty sure you are a dead woman. Okay. So I want to just run down here. So what was I saying? Oh, right. So, like, for better or worse, the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise has done a lot of good for the horror genre. And not a lot of companies have been able to replicate that. Because they don't understand the key idea. And so that's the fundamental thing, is you gotta have something that causes you to stand out, that causes you to be different at the end of the day. And a lot of them are just trying to go into the cash-in of what the original series created. And again, that being said, the original series even started growing extraordinarily stale. And I mean extraordinarily stale. Like, the third Five Nights at Freddy's game is, in my opinion, the worst Five Nights at Freddy's game that was ever made. I hate the third one. I do. I'm not even kidding. I think it's one of the worst ones that was ever made. The Okay, that's the finish it. I am not doing this mission, and we gotta go here. So we'll be traveling for a little bit. Yeah. Not that it's a bad thing. I just go grab this egg, and then we'll come here and call this a game. So I've got like 30 minutes left or so. But like, let's go with Garten of Ban. Like, I actually played it on the PS5 because the game was way too stinking dark on my laptop, and there weren't really any light options on it. So I played through the first one, and the first one I paid money for, and the game lasted like 30 minutes. The only thing that was slightly memorable about it is I see the head of this, like, we're just going to call it Turkey. It has a name. I saw its name in the last game, and I have not been bothered to try to remember it. We have horns now as well. Choo choo. Where was I? Oh, yeah. But there's only one instance where there's this, I don't know, feeling of dread or nervousness, and it quickly becomes just like, okay, this is kind of boring. I thought that the drone was a nice little interesting mechanic to try to include in the game, but the drone was janky enough to the point where I don't know, I got frustrated with it in the second game. Very frustrated, because I would send it in a certain direction, and all it does is move in a straight line. So if something is like slightly in your way, you're not going to get through. And that's just the way they designed it. Okay. Time for a little bit more B&E.
Shouldn't be here!
Ugh! Woo!
Stop right there!
You have to give me a minute, and... Ooh, what's this? Ah! Alright. Yep.
The wrong place, my friend!
That was the wrong direction. You are correct, sir. I am so sorry. Thank you for leading me in a better direction. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. And that's how you get through that section.
No trespassing! Take him out!
And the mission is now finished. But yeah, like I was saying, it had this drone mechanic in it, which at first I was like, okay, that's interesting, but it's so bare bones, so terrible that I just couldn't find it halfway enjoyable. Alright, we're going to finish this game. So I need to turn this on, and, okay, that's right, that way, and then this way. That's perfect! But that's the general gist of, like, a lot of these horror games. It's an interesting mechanic, or an interesting idea in a lot of moments, but again, they miss what made Five Nights at Freddy's so popular, in the fact that it hit unexplored territory. It brought out something that was new. And not a lot of quote-unquote horror games have been able to do that. This one, I do find the premise interesting. You know, what if Thomas the Tank Engine were evil? I do like the train. You know, you're traveling by train, you're building it up with scraps. You know, you're trying to kill this evil entity. Again, that's kind of cool. But there are so many missteps, I feel like, in this game. Like, the animation, as far as for a game in 2025, the fact that the mouths don't move, I feel like I feel like some of the character models have their arms taped on. And I don't know, I know that sounds weird how I'm explaining that. Oh, you know, my arm, you know, their arms are taped on, but if you go back through some of the, well, like the last stream I played a little bit of this. There was a character who looked like he had his arms, little strips of tape, like, that were holding on arm sleeves onto the guy. And it weirded me out. Okay, we are going to the right. So that's perfect. Perfect. Because that is where we're wanting to go. Oops. Yeah, we'll come back to that in a minute. By the way, I don't understand why this game is a stealth mechanic when Ooh! I can easily just bypass the stealth. Eggy. Eggy. Who needs stealth when you got speed? Exactly.
Step away from the shrine, stranger. You don't know what you're doing. Just put the egg down slowly and lay flat on the ground. You'll hurt far too many people if you follow through with whatever you're planning.
I still don't understand Warren's plan. Like...
No! No! You fool! You've doomed us all!
Like... Oh. Hi there, Charles. He just impaled himself on that spike. So that actually does bother me as the there goes Warren. It is like, in the way that was set up, he completely impaled himself perfectly on that spike and nothing. Right. Alright, so basically we are just now at this point doing this. And Charles teleports around. I forgot that Charles can teleport now. So new mechanic, bigger spider legs. He teleports around. He's hurt now. Yeah, there's a turret section. And then he teleports, and he's coming this way. And he disappears again, and we shoot him. And we just kind of rinse, lather, repeatedly. That's all we're doing. And if you weren't here for the earlier playthrough of this, what we're doing is we are taking him to an old rickety bridge, and we are going to blow it up with him on it. And that's what we're going to do. That's how we're going to kill this guy. Oh, he looks sad now. Looks like fire hurts a lot. You're mean. This is it. This is all you got to do. Is just you don't even have to pump. I mean, you don't have to just bear down on it. Just kind of a little bit of damage, and he's going to stay back. Oh, he's sad again. Oh, come on, buddy. And yeah, I mean, you know, it's one of. Yeah, I know I took a bit of damage just then, but I was trying to make sure that I turned the number heat. Once you get to this last section, you're not really keen on that, but there we go. It just teleported us to the last section. And with that, much like Freya, the Duke's dear pet, this is now dead. And so that's it. That's Choo Choo Charles. Thank you. So, I need to write down this game as far as the list of, hey, we beat that. And so I can update. I wasn't very much impressed with this. Like, for all the hype that it got, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of how I would rate this. And it's not like I can say, well, you know, this is a product of the past. It's, I don't know. Oh, by the way, you're going to want to see this. I do have a question, though. And I think it's a valid question. So we're kind of focusing in on the fact that here is this egg that is wiggling around. It's at the, you know, inside the earth in these mines. And get kicked, nerd. And so it starts. So there's a whole bunch more of these eggs that are strewn throughout this mine. Where are they coming from? Is the question that I've got. But that was Choo Choo Charles. Yeah, I mean the ending picks it up. The ending picks up the idea of a sequel, because that's another thing, but that is also another trope in horror movies. And again, it's one of those, you know, it's one of those where I'm kind of stuck, you know, because not that you've only got one of two endings, but like in most endings in horror, it's like, oh, the evil persists. But I do like the ending in the fact that there's discussion that, hey, there's probably more than this here. So I'm going to do a transition here. And we're going to play another mascot horror game. Because apparently that's all I got right now. This one is a fairly new one. A fairly new horror mascot game. Apparently we're going to be facing off with a giant baby. So I played a demo of this a few months back, and then it released, and the game was on sale for like $2. Okay, English, graphic. When you only have 2 sets of settings, Andrew, please. How to play. You are a good sister, willing to go out of your way to find your bro's stupid metal ticket detector when he dropped it looking for tickets at the haunted circuit. Why do you pick these games? Find and recover the device and return it back to him. You can use the device yourself to find gold tickets. Whenever it beeps, it means they're your ticket, but be careful as enemies can hear the beep. Game is a bit loud? Okay. Is that better? Did it actually turn down the sound? Because I can't tell a difference. How's this? So I actually fixed it in OBS, but how's that? You know we're in for a good game when, like, the settings don't work. Oh, okay. You sure? Yeah. Yeah, I'm positive. What? Okay, time out. Look at the bottom right of the screen. Are you sure all progress will be lost? X is select, square is yes, and square is back. Okay, yeah. Hold on just a second. Let me fix that really quick. If you can't see it, Is it spelled right? Is it 2 M's? You know what, who cares? I think it's 2 M's. Tim. And if it's not, whatever. Okay, so, like, hold on. Can someone explain to me why I pick these games? I'm sure there's some sort of, like, reasoning that I put myself through this. This is getting a video just for that. Yes, select. I don't know what just happened. It is a legit question. I know it's a legit question. Okay, so we actually got into the game somehow. I just started pushing buttons and one of them worked.
Jerry? Come in, Jerry.
Oh, it's 1M. It's 1M. Let me fix that real quick.
Looks empty, I guess. What am I looking for again?
There.
Over.
Okay. Oh yeah, this movement is great. Okay, we've got a how did I find myself in a hog pen?
Wait. Someone chased you?
Like, why are we starting this out with you're stuck in a closed-in section? Like, I think that's a legitimate question as well. Why start out in a closed-in section? Oh boy. So the graphics are going for cartoony style. Oh look.
Stupid device back to you. Over.
Because you're a baby? I guess. I think we're gonna find the baby. Hey look, it's a train. It's a train. It's You know, it's connected together that way. Oh, examine. Why am I having to examine and then examine? And why is the examine button different both times? Tim Tim Circus, which was once a beloved destination for children, now faces a chilling enigma as several human workers have vanished under mysterious circumstances. Tim Tim Circus was named after one of its most famous life-size puppets, Baby Tim Tim. The circus is renowned for its captivating puppet shows and its life-size puppet performers. Is that a real number at the bottom? I have no idea. It doesn't look like an American number for a few reasons. Because a real life number would be digit, 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 dash, digit, 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 dash, and then 4 digits. If it were an American phone number. So I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Puppets are sentient Wait. Some demonstrators claim the puppets are sentient beings with real feelings subjected to cruelty, while others argue they're merely practical effects. Circus now grapples with the unexplained disappearance of its staff and have been closed down. Witnesses who live nearby claim to have heard cries emanating from the vicinity inside the circus, though no official confirmation has been made. I don't know if phone numbers are... 555 is usually fake, right? Yeah, 555 is usually fake. Amid controversy over allegations of mistreatment towards the life-size puppet, speculation arises whether their sudden rebellion against captivity is linked to missing personnel. Whether the real reasons may be, we all know one thing is that these puppets, once locked in cages for us to enjoy, now seem to harbor a desire for freedom. Circus, once a symbol of joy, now stands silent as the mystery behind the puppet exodus deepens. Okay, that's a thing. Oh.
You have an everlasting experience of
Hi there.
fear, and evil. Step inside.
So if I come around this way, it's...
Great. Now I'm lost
Oh.
and stuck.
Boys and girls, it has arrived. Come.
Requires at least 12 golden tickets or more to open the exit gate. Okay. Stepping on rubber ducks let the enemy know where you're at. Alright. Clowns. Ring toss. I mean, so far we do have the things that you would find at a... There is a reason why they are locked up. Choo Choo Charles, I felt like, was trying to throw balls and other toys to distract. That bro was looking up a minute ago, now he's looking down. Look at the folds on this guy. Wait. That is how far we throw? Oh, we're dead. We're not going to make it through the circus. We're going to die. Reverse mermaid. We are very weak, yes. Stupendous, the strongest man. There's Jojo, the meme-faced boy. The Biclops. Okay, he's got 2 eyes. That they're on top of each other. Nose, the horror. Yeah, this seems to be taking more of a cartoony look, although I will say that Choo Choo Charles, for a lot of it, it looked like it was trying to do the cell shaded look. Alright. Burnky, Burnky.
Looks like I have to find golden tickets to open the gates. Right.
We got a golden ticket. We're gonna see what fun's in store for us. Whatever that means. Oops, wrong way. what's this? Oh, okay. That's that. I've already looked at that, so that's if in case you missed it a minute ago. So that's fine. Never watched Charlie the Chocolate Factory. Oh, I would recommend Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's the one with Gene Wilder, right? Because I would recommend the one with Gene Wilder. Definitely well worth your time. Something that I would recommend watching. Be nice if I could see over. Okay, I need, there's probably... Yes, I would definitely recommend if you get a chance to watch the Gene Wilder version. That is the superior version, in my opinion. My daughter loves the Johnny Depp version, and I'm like, why? He's like a weird version. Michael Jackson. Oh, we got a trophy from playing this game.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Man, I'd love to be able to see actually through the vent. Homie is just sitting there. Do I need to turn it down more? Bro's just sitting there. Ah.
Jerry?
No,
Come in,
no,
Jerry.
no, no,
I just
no!
arrived at the place. Looks empty, I guess. What am I looking for again?
No!
It's my metal ticket detector. It's a device to help me find golden tickets. I dropped it when something chased me and I got scared. Please put it back to me. Over.
Yeah, whatever. Wait. Someone
How,
chased
how,
Is it
how,
haunted? At least that's what
how,
Over.
It is, but you are bigger than me and you can handle it. I dropped it somewhere there. Just retrieve it and get out. It will be quick and easy. Otherwise, I will tell Mom you punched me. Over.
Whatever. I'll get your stupid device back to you.
Okay, so I kind of know what I'm doing, so we'll get through this relatively quick. I don't have to read any walls of text. I can just jump fences, get the stuff, get it over with. But the problem I had is, like, Baby Tim Tim wasn't doing anything. He wasn't moving away from me. Jump.
Great. Now I'm lost and stuck.
So we're gonna try this. Give it a college try. One more time, and if I just learned Charlie had the English translation, that is cool. Oh hey! I just noticed someone walking through here. Alright, so there's one right here. There is one. Over here is known as the boy who drowned in chocolate sauce.
Looks like I have to find golden tickets to open the
So was the focus Augustus? Augustus Gloop? And that's not said in a mockery type way, because I'm just seriously curious. Because that was the dude who the kid that drowned in chocolate was Augustus Gloop. Alright. So there's no save feature.
Thank you so much.
there a ball or something in here I can use to... How do I do this? This is awkward. Maybe I need to do main menu, because main menu though would take me back at the beginning. Okay.
Looks empty, I guess.
I'm about to do this the cheating way.
Over.
Do I grab a ball?
I dropped it when something chased me and I got scared. Please get it back to me. Over.
Yeah, whatever. Wait. Someone chased you? Isn't this place haunted?
Okay, that makes sense.
Over.
It is. But you are bigger than me and you can handle it.
No, that's not what I did.
I dropped it somewhere there. Just retrieve it and get out. It will be quick and easy. Otherwise, I will tell Mom you punched me. Over.
Whatever. I'll get your stupid device back to you. Over.
I'm looking at something just really quick. Because, oh no, there are chapters to this. Kitty's hungry, listening to a stream for it, that's fine. Okay, try this again. And no detector device. We've got the
I can't believe I'm doing this.
evil looking clown. My question is, why can't we just climb the fence out?
Now I'm lost and stuck.
Seriously. So do I need to grab a ball before I... Yeah. I need to grab a ball before I leave. There's whatever that dude was. That clamps down. Alright. Take. Okay, so there it... Does the ball appear after I do the thing with Tim Tim?
Thank you so much.
Okay. we're gonna stay it for a minute. We made it further. And just see what happens. Okay. That worked. We want free, we have feelings too. Cool. So now I'm playing I've seen you before. I have seen you before. You were in that Cursed Home game. Yes, you were. You were in the Cursed Home game. So now I'm playing Slender Man. Is basically what I'm playing now. Is like a Slender Man style. No. I still don't have a save feature. Where are the tickets? I'm purposely sticking to the outside at the moment, just in case. Okay. I found a ticket. Monkey screamed at me. Ah! Where is baby? Okay. He's gone. For now. Is he just gonna come out of nowhere? If I were a golden ticket, where would I hide? And how do you get health in this game? Huh. Gonna move in this direction because baby is out that way. I've got the feeling that the more of these I collect, these guys are going to start busting out of their cages. And so I'm going to be chased by the baby and a host of other creepy crawlies. That's... yeah. Jump scares. I ain't got time to read all that. Okay. Oh, that's that. So this would be a good place to put a golden ticket, which is why there probably isn't one. I can't do that. I don't know why I expected more out of this ride than just this. Okay, we got 2 golden tickets. So there's that. We've got 2 tickets now. There's, you know, we're progressing. I don't know how to get my energy up, if there is a way for that to happen. Alright. I'm going to enter into that area I didn't want to a minute ago. I think it's over here. Yeah, right there. I'm probably going to regret this. I'm probably royally going to regret this. Oh. Okay. I love how they have... oh. So that's 4. 4 out of 12. That's not the worst. Oh, is that health? Oh, that's nice. How do I fully heals your wounds? I think I need to wait before I... Alright, so we're at 4 with this Slender Man styled game. We go in this direction. 5. Okay. I'm just looking up here to see if there might be a golden ticket up in this ride while trying to watch out for Tim or anything else that might try to kill me. Oh. Okay, morning, Claire. I was like looking at the name going, who is... Oh, that's when I moderate. Okay. How are you today? We are playing a crappy version of Slender Man The Pages. And that's, again, you know, kind of what we were talking about earlier with... Whoa! What happened? Are you alright? I mean, I know you're here now, and so you're alright, but I mean, is everything alright? Hey, what the crap happened? So what was going on? Oh, here we go. We're at, what, 6? Yeah, we're at 6 golden tickets. Tell me I was losing my voice, space my throat hurt, laryngitis, and acute bronchitis. Oh, I'm so sorry. Does it have anything, you know? I hope you're resting and taking care of yourself. You, very important person. You need to be taken care of and healthy. Whoa! Hey, it stole my... This is what I get for making fun of this game. I mean, I guess I picked the right time to just walk into the, into the thing. There's a part of me that really wants to look up where all this stuff is located. Because I really don't want to take the time to, like, try to find it all. I'm serious. This game just kind of seems no bueno, especially since golden tickets. This is like the worst Willy Wonka, you know, in existence. All the while I'm hiding from a giant baby. Where? It says it's over in here. Willy wonky. No, you can stay. It's alright. So, there's a golden ticket over here. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, we're at 7 tickets. I'm gonna grab this. Okay, I want to go ahead and admit something. They do all right with the jump scares in this. Okay, they're actually coming out and surprising me. I want to look at something real quick. Put this up. I'll go ahead and use one. Well, I'm very much sorry that you are sick, Claire. I know the added stress you've gone through the past few days probably hasn't helped out with that, but I do hope things calm down and that you feel better very soon. I am seriously about to look up where these things are located so I can try to breeze through this, because I'm afraid if I die, I'm gonna be back where I started. Where can I hide? I don't know where the baby went. Yeah, this is a Slender clone. So it goes back to what we were talking about, is that a lot of these games will try to mock up the old, forgetting what made the originals kind of special. Now, I will say, this game has come off and surprised me a little bit. What? I will check that out in just a moment. Because what you said is important. I just want to be at a safe spot where I can look. Be around this way, I think. Yeah. Thank you both. Honestly, for the physical part, I feel fine. Like, worst feeling I had when the sore throat was gone, then boom, smack by with the... I had something like that happen to me a year ago. And this is not one of those, hey, I say this to kind of scare you moments. But it's one of those things that when it happened and when it all went down, it was like, I couldn't talk for a month almost. it was not this past September, but the September before. Avoid the ducks. And it was a little frustrating. I'm going back in here for some reason and hoping that one of these things doesn't try to kill me. I want to make sure there wasn't another one in here. So I hope you don't end up kind of feeling like I did. Okay, we're not doing that bad. Huh. Okay. That was... okay. Okay, he's around here somewheres. I heard him.
Step inside and understand the spooks.
I wasn't running away from the screaming. It just so happened I saw the baby. And then that happened. Which, by saying that makes me sound more like a coward, but whatever. I wasn't afraid of that. It was the naked baby. Doing a relatively good job of hiding from him. But there are these other creatures, so I'm kind of curious. You've got to be kidding me. So note to self, when you find a ticket, get it and move quickly. Like, get away. That's going to be helpful. Alright, that scared me. So, like, for the complaints that I do have about the game, there's actually some, like, legit moments where I'm freaking out. I'll give them that. Hi. I'm wondering if nightmare mode is like all of them are out. I think I've got all the ones that I can get over on this side. I think. Oops. The circus, blah, 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 blah. Ducks? Okay. Alright, we're just gonna sit here for the moment. Yeah, this one is just the monster baby. Yeah, if I die, I've got to start all over again. Like, if I die. So why do they have a load game if there's no game to load? I think that's a legitimate question. Just gonna sit here for a moment. All right, we're almost done. We have 2 more tickets, and we can beat this game. Whoa! Why am I suddenly higher? Yeah, I think you're asking too much from a game that has select yes and back as option mapped to X and square. You are correct, sir. By the way, you weren't here when I said it a minute ago, but Cosmoronic, remember Cursed Home? That's the rabbit that was in Cursed Home. Yes. Same model. Yeah, so this is very much Unity at work. Not that that's a bad thing. It just is. Walk around the giant baby. Yeah, acid pats. Asset packs, not acid pats. Again, I will give them credit where credit is due. If you saw the controller jolt, there's reason for that. Crap. Tim Tim seems to be really easy to get around. Like, he's nowhere near as scary as he was in the beginning, now that I'm in an open area. You know? I hear him, though. Fortune teller. Okay. Ladder, but no way to climb it. Disappointing. Like, I don't really know what to say about the game now at this point. It's just, running from a giant baby, getting jump scared every few moments, trying to find... Where is he? Where? Here? No. Where is it? There it is. Yep. One more. One more and we'll have this game beat. I do not recall seeing bumper cars ever. Okay, now just to get out of this. Okay, so I think I can explain that one. The very beginning of the game, when we walked into the tent area, there was what looked to be kind of like a ringmaster who walked and disappeared. We just got kidnapped by the ghost ringmaster, by the sound of things. Okay, can someone show me the error they made in this while they were in the process of Luca and Ray mascot? This was mascot horror, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, real quick. Can someone spot the error on this page? Just take a moment to think about it. If you can't find it, I'll let you know in just a moment. An error that was made in the process of hoarding. Take your time. Take your time. We're not in a rush. Okay. 2 mistakes that were made. Because you're correct. They spelled his name wrong. While we listen to the farty music in the background. 3D models and 3 mistakes that are on this. Let me look through here real quick. Characters is right, mascot is right. Licensed, yeah, Creative Commons, attribution. Okay. So yes. That's what I was referring to. Yes. I have to give this one a middle of the road review. For one reason, I actually felt scared and tension at points in this. But this is getting a video made about it. Just straight up getting a video made about it because, yeah. Because, yeah. So, that being said, I said this would be a shorter stream, and we are at the shorter stream time. Yeah, this was a game. I tell you what, hold on real quick. Hold on. Okay, that's not it. Oh! I can still access my inventory from here. I can run! And I can jump! Okay. Alright, that's it. No? I'm still in the game world, yeah. You can hear me accessing the, this is a special game. Okay, so I'm assuming this is what they wanted. Alright, let's look at Nightmare Mode at the very least. Mascot Bro Studio. Let's at least look at Nightmare Mode just out of curiosity. I will not be trying to beat this as is. I just want to see what happens when I try. And then we'll end the stream.
Jerry? Come in, Jerry. I just arrived.
But yeah, this will be the ending of the stream here in just a moment. I don't know what I'm going to do next.
What am I looking for?
As far as there are a few options that I've got, and I'll give you the few options that I've got at the moment. Oh. Okay, so it's dark outside. The options that I'm thinking about at the moment, I do want to possibly see about getting the other endings to Lone Shark to see what those are like. I have Shift at Midnight that I'm wanting to stream. A game called Shiath, S-H-I-A-T-H, Shiath, that I'm wanting to look at. I have Pony Island. Let me look and see. There are some games in GOG. The first Fear game. One of the games in the Hugo trilogy, which that'll be really quick. Going ahead and playing the second Suffering game and playing through it. As well as Waxworks, which is a point-and-click that's supposed to be very gory with the pixelated content, even though it's a pixel point-and-click. It's supposed to be extraordinarily gory, made back in the 90s, and was actually made by a game company
Can't believe I'm doing
featuring Elvira. Yes, that Elvira. Yeah.
Great. Now I'm lost and stuck.
Hey, fat baby. Blow the ball. Blow the ball. See, that, if you saw him walk by, that was the character I was talking about.
Looks like I have to find golden tickets to open the gates.
I want to see if I can at least make it out where I can see the other creatures trying to kill me. Yes, that Elvira. So she actually has, I think it's like 3 or 4 games that were made in the 90s that she was heavily involved in. Like one of them, 2 of them, I think at least one of them you're rescuing her. And maybe 2 of them. One of them is a platforming game. And
Thank you so much.
Another one. Okay, so what I need to do is need to run around through here. I need to grab the ball. Hey, buddy. Hi. Are you just gonna stand there? You're just gonna stand there. Oh, it was just that easy. It was that easy. I wish I had known it was that easy. Okay. Golden ticket. So if I run in this direction, it's harder to see, which is expected. Do you... Okay. Good grief. Yeah, that bro, got this memorized. Okay, so that's different. I'll give them that. That was actually kind of creepy. So far, the only difference I'm noticing is it's darker. And that's it. It's just darker. Okay, never mind. And we're gonna leave I'm kind of busy doing something else at the moment. I'm currently being chased by a cowman. You to me now, nerd? Oh. Yeah, great job, nerd. You can't get me now. You can't get me now. Look at you. You're stuck. Because of your stupid AI. I mean, I get why someone would want to do that, because baby. Oh. I think I just hit ducks. Okay, what about this one? Will this one go boom? Okay, so more of these creatures will end up coming out and chasing you as you get these. That's... I'm not going to necessarily say cool, but... Look at its walk. Dude, look at those hips. That is mesmerizing. And its feet. Dude, how does it walk? That thing should be tripping all over itself. All right. I can tell that my fear of this game is quickly just subsiding. Where are we at? I like what I said, we're not going to try to 100% this, or we're not going to try to beat Nightmare Mode, and I'm currently trying to beat Nightmare Mode. I have problems. Okay, something screamed. Seven tickets. So I'm actually trying to beat this now. I don't know why. Oh, 3 tickets. Oh, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Need to go back around, because I think there's one in that. No. No. Are they in... No, they're not in different spots. That's gonna shut in my face, isn't it? What's chasing me? Oh, the cow guy. There is a spot for hiding right over here. Oh, and the baby is nearby. So I'm just gonna give it a minute. Let me real quick. I don't have the Elvira games, I don't think. Let me double check and see. I know I do have Waxworks, which was made essentially by the same company. It was like Horror Soft. As I'm sitting here just for a minute and looking through a few things. No, I don't have any of the Elvira games, but they're kind of on my list of something I'm wanting to do later. You know, I do have one. Elvira Mistress of the Dark, which is a point-and-click game. So those are things I've got, like, interest in streaming at some point in the future. Simply because I think it'd be kind of cool to do so. Why am I still trying to beat this? Maybe I just never want to play this game again. I think we should be taller in this thing, but we're not. $10 tickets. I might as well try at this point. The game doesn't really get harder with these guys. It just is, if that makes sense. I want to know how they got 4 minutes 31 seconds. That's something. Are you just gonna sit there? No. That stupid baby. Alright, nothing of interest there. This guy is just doing his thing, chilling. Purple mist in some areas now. That's a thing. Grab the health. You know what? Let's go ahead and use health. Get that one. That dude broke out. Least aware enemy in this game. Love it. Hi, baby. Where is that last ticket so I can do this and leave? Curious me out about. Yo, I 100%ed this game. I feel kind of ashamed right now. Even if I don't finish it at this point. I just 100% of the game as far as achievements. Please go away. What? I know I just said I don't care if I, yes, that baby was cheating. I lied. I absolutely care about the fact that I just died. The baby didn't know I was there. It walked into one of the guys that was just sitting there, and it pushed the baby into the locker, and so the hitbox hit me, and the baby killed me. That's exactly what happened. But we're going to the main menu because I don't care enough about this game. I don't. I got all the achievements, and that is going to haunt me for the rest of my life. You are absolutely correct, sir. I do want to see something really quick, just out of curiosity. Okay, I want to see the nightmare mode. Nightmare mode ending. I just want to see if there's a different ending to nightmare mode. Oh, I love this. All bosses. There's no bosses in this game. That's bait. That's bait, man. If there is, I hope it's hinting at a sequel. Yeah. I don't care enough about this game, so the guy just 100%. Look, don't call me out like that, alright? Are there there are no, there's no Nightmare Mode gameplay. Does that have the ending to it? Okay, so the ending of Nightmare Mode is the exact same as the other. So, okay, yeah. So it is the exact same thing. It's what I would expect for something of this nature. So that's going to be our stream today. I just 100% of this game, and I feel shame. We close game. We uninstall. Honestly, playing through Nightmare Mode, I actually want to rate it kind of lower, because I feel like having played through Nightmare Mode and actually getting through Nightmare Mode easier than I did the first mode, that knocks it down a peg. And I only lost because of shenanigans. I can take this off as well. Let me see, there's one other game I think that I've got listed in my collection, something I'm wanting to try. The other thing I've tossed around doing, and when I say this, you're going to go, you're thinking of playing a good game? That's madness. I know. I've tossed around playing through Time Splitters, which is more sci-fi, but sure, we can do sci-fi at this point. It's not going to hurt anything to do sci-fi. I know you play good games, just not often. You played Knack. That's right, I did. I did play Knack. But let's see. Like I said, I have thought about what did I just get through saying? Yeah. I don't remember what game just came out of my mouth. And I said, "Well, that's sci-fi." I for the life of me can't remember what game I just mentioned, but okay. Uh, I thought about Alan Wake. I thought about Time Splitters. That was it. Time Splitters. I've also tossed around a licensed game called Midnight Suns, which is actually based on comic books, but it has a slight tinge of horror to it in some of the storyline, and so I've thought about it. And I'm just going over some of the ideas that I've had as far as to stream. I have thought about, and if I do this, I'm going to want Claire with me when she's available. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's something I've wanted to play and show off. But that's something like I can't play in large doses, and I actually haven't played it in a while. But that's a game that I've wanted to show off. The Little Nightmares games. I'm seeing games that I played last Halloween. I really want to play Horror Adventure again just because I want to go through it and show it off. So I've got a number of ideas that I can do for Halloween. There's a Silent Hill game that was free that I've thought about called The Message. Just showing it. Stories Untold. And I haven't purchased it, but this is one that I've told Cosmoronic about. Now, Shift at Midnight, the demo for that, I'm wanting Cosmoronic and Claire for that whenever it's available, because apparently that's a multiplayer game. And I'd like the two of them present for that, so, whenever I'm able to stream. There are a few other games I'm wanting to get that are older, and I'm not asking for them, but they're on my... I've got them wish-listed. I've got a ton of horror games wish-listed. It's just my PC is always kind of in the way that it does things. But there is a game that I'm wanting to get that is, again, sci-fi in nature, and it's educational in nature. But, man, it ticks all the boxes of things I want to play. It's called Zombie Dinos from Planet Zeltoid. And it actually has FMV and puppetry. And it's like, yeah, that's a game I would play. Whenever we get a chance, I'm gonna try to plan something out with that. But anyway, I need to go. I've got to get ready for a few things that I've got this afternoon and this evening. It's going to be kind of a busy next couple of days. I'm going to see if I may just raid somebody. See if somebody's streaming that I would want to raid. And there's... we're not going to do a raid today. But at any rate, I want to say thank you to Cosmoronic, Claire, and anyone else who has been here today. And I look forward to seeing you in the next stream, whenever that is. Hope you all have a great day, and we will see you next time. Bye now.